the 20, 25, just across the 25 and drop down. That's a PBL dressed in their road white, black, with the blue pants, blue numerals, and blue headgear. We'll put it in play first and 10 at their own 27-yard line. They draw with the home green, white signal, white headgear. They'll move right to left. Wind is out of the northwest, at 10, 15 miles an hour. This play a little faster in this game. And a little curveball to the drum tonight, trying to get this defense on the field a little bit. Let's break it to the line. Let's to the right. Panthers. Standing formation. Also the fullback. Over in the center. Out wide. Martin put it. Hand off up the middle of the house. So it looked like kind of a broken play as Weber split. And no gain on the play. Maybe a loss of the yard. Breaks up second and 11.
I think they tried to take a pitch that time. Not throws. Not crap play inside, but we were going for the game.
Taking down the left, brings him up to the line, standard formation. He goes around the right-hand side and throws, around the outside. Off the 30-yard line, he's going to be dropped at about the 34-yard line. Good stiff arm he put on the initial tackle, or about the 30, got him a extra 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up third down, call it 5.
Yeah, this was Drew Schroed's coming out party a couple years ago. As a freshman, they brought him up. Coach Wood brought him up and gave him a shot in this game, and I think he had over 100 yards rushing. His first varsity game, had some big carries. A nice carry there. It's going to make it a third makeable here for the PBL Panthers out on the sweep to the right side. Bootleg there. That safety has to respond to the motion to that side. It's a wide motion, so he has to really respond quick. He runs. It actually looks like somebody may be down over there. But he did a good job of getting himself out in space and creating disruption. Schroed did a good job of taking his time, being patient, reading that block, and getting real close to a first down.
Or front four, whoever they decide to bring up, is their inefficiency at penetrating the offensive line.
Well, when you play a three-man front with
And we're on the air now. As we had some technical difficulties, we apologize for that. As you join us, PBL is driving. The ball is on the 25-yard line with 8:13 left to play in the first quarter. Weber hands it off to Schroep on 2nd and 5. No gain on the play. And if you have been watching for some time, the injured player was Corey Smith. I don't have any specific details on the injury. Takes a snap, back to pass. He has a man open. Oh no. Pass incomplete. Intended for Trent Wooten. Brings up 4th and 5. And a surprising move early on in the game. We'll see if Jonah Wilson has enough boot in his leg tonight to put this one through. From the 25-yard line, the snap, the hold is good. The kick is up. No good. Just short. Turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the St. Joe Spartans. Pickup on the play. Handoff. He's brought down. Fumble on the play. Picked up by Hedrick. Stopped by number 45, Jesse Houtzel.
1 yard pickup, 3rd down and 5.
Gain of 1 on the play, 3rd and 5.
Panther defense showing they can come out and play pretty well tonight, maybe, as they've made a good stop here. The first possible 3 and out pretty quick.
Walsh back to pass. Was intended for Aaron Waller. Was complete. 1st down Spartans. Ball on the 33-yard line. 6 minutes and counting left to play in the first quarter.
You know, a good route by the St. Joe receiver there as he ran about 10 yards, broke toward the sideline. Dalton Walsh placed that ball pretty well for the St. Joe Spartans to pick up a first.
Five-yard gain, 2nd down 5 to 38-yard line.
Now there was pressure there by Jacob Meyer. Just missed. Very close play. Hand off to Hedrick. He stopped at the line. by a host of Panthers.
Enters the ball carrier.
You know, Peyton, Panther linebackers have been showing they're doing a pretty good job of filling holes tonight, as it looked like Will McClure might have got run over a little bit there, but, you know, that's part of the job of being a linebacker, Peyton. You know, you got to fill your holes, be ready to take hits.
You know, Jay, tonight, and being a do-or-die game, you really need a big show from your defense and offense to keep you alive. Austin Hedrick on the carry. Brought down by Drew Schroep. 1st and 10. First down. Aaron Walsh. Handoff. Always met by Heisler behind the line. Good pop. But he was not brought down by Heisler. He was later brought down. By Trent Wooten. 2nd and 9, gain of 1 on the play. Jay, as everyone probably knows, it is one of those nights that you have to win, and if you don't win, especially in the IHSA, you're not going anywhere but home.
Absolutely. You know, people talk about how on strength of schedule you're possibly eligible for playoffs with 4 wins, but that's definitely not the case for us, as we need one more win. And, you know, the guys this week, they went into practice knowing that this was do or die, you know. I mean, 1 win gets you in and 1 loss sends you home. It's all about pretty much who wants it more right now in this game, Peyton.
No doubt about that, Jay. Walsh back to pass. He has a man open. Oh, he's picked off by Trent Wooten. He's at the 45, 50, and he's brought down about the 43-yard line for the Panthers. You know, Jay, a momentum swinger right there. Spartans driving down the field. Good pass. Man was open, but Wooten made a nice read, picked it off, and gets a good return for the Panthers as the Panther offense comes out and tries to put a score up on the board.
You know, Peyton, I'm not sure what type of defense Coach McCoy called there, but that is not very characteristic of Trent Wooten, as his position is sent a lot at blitzing toward quarterbacks, but it seems as if he dropped back into coverage, doing a really good job of reading the play and picking that ball off.
Yeah, good read by Trent Wooten. Weber back to pass. Almost picked off. Good effort by number 15, Lewis Acklin. The Panther offense had a strong first drive, ended in a missed field goal attempt by Jonah Wilson, but still a strong first drive for the Panthers. See if they can carry it on. Houtzel on the run. Decent gain.
You know, I think that could be a big thing for the Panthers this week, Peyton. You know, last week we did a really good job of pass blocking and throwing the ball. But at the same time, against a team like St. Joe, you know, they're athletic and probably more athletic than we are. I think it's definitely going to be a big key to establish the toughness game this evening and running the ball up the middle with Jesse Houtzel.
Yes, Jay, without a doubt. Jesse and Drew are going to have to pick up the slack tonight and keep on doing what they've been doing all season. Weber back to pass. He's going to call his own number. He has some room to run. Should be enough for a first down.
Close to the 30-yard line, first down Panthers.
And it is a first down.
You know, Weston Weber gets up there kind of slow. You always cringe when you see Webb tuck the ball and run on pass plays. You know, sometimes you'd wish he'd maybe just not necessarily take a shot, but, you know, bounce a ball toward a receiver, you know, maybe possible, something he might be able to do. I know from a quarterback standpoint, Peyton, it's not fun getting hit.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Schroeder on the carry. He has some decent room to run. Found a hole. Not a bad gain. Looks like a gain of 5 on the play.
Good run there on first down. Good push by the Panther offensive line, creating a hole there. The outside, I believe it is right tackle, blocking down, opening up that hole for Drew Strode. It looked like he stumbled a bit, didn't have as much speed as he would have liked. But, hey, like we always say and we've said in prior weeks, 6 yards every time, you know, that's a good chunk. That'll get you in the end zone by the end of the drive.
It looks to be as someone jumped. And we're going to get an offsides penalty on St. Joe. You know, Jay, one of the keys in tonight's game, and this is just my own personal opinion, you know, the last couple weeks, we've been getting up early, we've been hanging with the team through that first quarter, and then we start to kind of let go, and just it kind of seems to fall away from us and from a victory.
You're right, Peyton. It almost seems as if our intensity is really, really good at the beginning of the game. You know, see, as our first couple drives here have been fairly good. I mean, our first drive was ended in our own territory. We were threatening to score. And this drive right here, you know, we're definitely getting good pushes. I mean, of course, we had help from Trent Wooten on that interception, which gave us good field position. But, I mean, even then, you know, we're not having trouble moving the ball. If everyone keeps on their assignment, blocks who they need to block, and like you explained, intensity stays where it needs to be, that's a big factor in winning football games.
Panthers in shotgun formation. Hand off to Hounslow up the middle. Stop by number 5, Chase Gadow. Gain 2 on the play, which brings up 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. And that wraps up the end of our first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, the score is PBL Panthers 0, St. Joe Spartans 0. You're watching Panther Football on IGSA TV. We'll be back in after a short break.
We're back here at St. Joe's home field tonight as we're about to resume play as Weston Weber walks to the line with his team. Start of the second quarter as Peyton will take it over.
Thank you, Jay. Ball on the 18-yard line, 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. Weber's going to call his own number. He has some room to run. It's going to be fairly close to a first down. Jay, we are within Jonah Wilson's kicking range, as his longest this season is a 37-yard field goal made back, I believe, August 31st against the Effingham Flaming Hearts, which brought us to the lead 3-0.
You're right, Peyton, and definitely Jonah Wilson is, I mean, if I know Jonah Wilson, the competitor he is, he definitely wants another shot after that first field goal that he missed. He's hungry and looking for more.
But I guess he won't get his chance as Weber's at the controls, sends Weisenbarn out in motion. Hands it off to Hounslow right up the middle. He's going to be fairly close to the first down, but I do not believe he got it. First down, St. Joe. As it was not enough for a first down. Although Still not a bad drive by the Panthers. You can't really complain. You wish you would have seen some points, but hey. I think it's a good aggressive call by Coach Schneeber over there on the sidelines. I'm not going to complain about that. I'll take that.
Absolutely. Peyton, you're exactly right. Like you said, probably would have liked to seen some points. But at the same time, we've had a couple long, methodical drives in both teams. As that was a really fast first quarter, I think it was. We had 4 downs. Tried to kick a field goal, missed. St. Joe had the ball, interception. Led to our drive right here. Those are the only drives of the first quarter, Peyton, as it's been a very, very fast game so far. Both teams taking advantage, although none have been able to punch in. They've been very efficient as they move the ball down the field.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. Pass intended to Jake Stewart was incomplete. 3rd and 10 for the Spartans.
Peyton, I'm sure you can elaborate a little more on this subject. Dalton Walsh had Jake Stewart wide open on that flat route right there, and Jake Stewart had one man to beat, and that being Vaughn Gensler. You always hate to see that when a ball gets dropped like that.
And, wow, that was a deep heave down to the 45-yard line. Walsh to Ackland. Nice catch brought in by the senior. Weston Weber shaking up a little on the play. Well, I'll tell you what, Jay. A very well passed ball right there. But I'm going to leave it at that. Hedrick down the right sideline. He's going to push out of bounds at the Panther 20-yard line. Ran out of bounds by number 15, Josh Hopkins. Ball on the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for St. Joe. After 2 big plays, it seems as though St. Joe has gained back the momentum. Jay, this is where we seem to slip and lose our lead, where we're at in the game. We can't do that here, so we've got to keep going. And he's going to be brought down behind the line as Hedrick was running the ball by Trent Wooten. Great stop in the backfield.
Yeah, I was just about to elaborate on that subject a little more. That prior run by the Spartans, there's nothing else to say. They flat out beat our men one-on-one. They got good blocks. They blocked down, opened up a good hole in that single back formation that St. Joe's ran a couple plays here in a row, where that back's about 5 to 6 yards deep instead of right in front of him. And right there, Trent Wooten did a very good job of containing.
Walsh sends a man in motion. Looks like the jet sweep around the right side. It's going to be brought down by Timmy Kerr and Zach Weisenbarn. Good stops, 2 last plays by the Panthers. Loss of 2 on the play, 3rd and 14 for the Spartans. Jay, this is where you got to make a big stop right here. It's early in the game. Ball's on the 29-yard line. You got to keep SJO out of the end zone if you want to keep playing in this game and keep St. Joe on their heels.
You're right, Peyton. This is a big down for the PBL Panthers right here.
Walsh back to pass. He's fairly deadly. He's got Ackland open. He drops it. Underthrown, kind of rounded him out there. That's one of those breaks you will take. You would very much like to take early in a game like this against a 7-1 St. Joe team. I'm not going to complain about that either, Jay. A nice little break. 4th and 14. It looks as though if the Spartans are going to go for it. But we're going to get a timeout from PBL. We will come back with 4th and 14 with 8:50 left to play in the second quarter. The score is still 0-0. Walsh in the gun formation, back to pass. Little slip screen. Houtzel misses, but he's going to be brought down, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Ball will go to the Panthers. First down. Jay, well, we've seen two big, strong stands from the Panthers. Exactly what you need against a team that is 7-1 like the St. Joe Spartans, especially with Dalton Walsh at quarterback. You got Lewis Sacklin out at wide receiver. I mean, it's a very deadly team. That's exactly what you need.
Peyton, both defenses have been stellar here this evening. No team has got more than 20 yards from the end zone. And like we say, Panther intensity has really held its end up this evening so far, like you said. Now the problem is we're just going to have to maintain that.
Schroed on the carry. Nice tackle by number 4, Brady DeBrot.
Peyton, then you see that play right there on the screen, and that's one thing you definitely see that's one thing you definitely see from a team that's athletic and fundamentally sound. And the St. Joseph Spartans, Brady DePratt comes in there, flying in there, but at the same time breaks down, has good form, makes a good tackle, and that has to be even more motivation for the Panthers to execute blocks.
Houtzel on the carry. Gain of 1 on the play brings up 3rd and 10. Right back where we started.
Number 9, Hunter Hart, made the tackle. 3rd down 10.
Now, right there on that play, you didn't see it, but most of these plays, like the previous play where Brady DePratt made that tackle on Schroed, we're 1 block away, Peyton. We're doing a good job executing. It's just that one other person that needs to buy in, help the success for the team.
We're back to pass. He's going to be sacked. Brought down by Brady DeProt and Austin Hedrick. Brings up 4th and 15 for the Panthers. Schroed back to punt. Not a bad punt. Pretty good spiral. He's on the return. He has some room to run. Schroed won't bring him down, and he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. And the St. Joseph Spartans get out early with a 6-0 lead.
I don't know if we were just unaware of where that return man was, but, Peyton, you have, as a defensive punt team right there, you need to definitely be circling around the ball, especially if you're beating your men downfield. We need to have a wall of defenders waiting there for that return man. He caught it in stride, and by the time anybody reacted, he was in the end zone.
And the field goal attempt was good. The Spartans get out to an early 7-0 lead. With 6:24 remaining in the first half, we'll leave you with a short break and return with some more IGSI football. Kick is up, and it is good. Signaled by the official. And with 4 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in your second quarter of play, the St. Joseph Spartans lead 14. And the Panthers of Paxton-Buckley-Loda 0. With nearly 4 minutes left to play in this first half, the Panthers have to score. Have to score. We have a flag on the Spartans. Offsides on the kick. Could have sworn something didn't look right when they kicked it off. For all you Yahoo maniacs out there, big baseball fans, the score of the Cardinals-Giants game, Game 5 of the NLCS, the score is 0-0 in the top of the third. And we return with some football action. Zach Weisingbarn running the ball, gets out to the 40-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. Block in the back on the return team, which sets the Panthers back. Weber, under center. Takes a snap. Hand off to Schroep. Little gap. Gain of 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 5 for the Panthers. Houtzel on the carry. Very close to a first down. It'll be enough for a Panther first down, brought down by number 5, Chase Gatta, and number 4, Brady DePratt. 3 minutes and counting left to play in this first half of this game between the Panthers and the Spartans. Weber hands it off to Schroet. He's stopped behind the line by Brady to Pratt. Loss of 2 on the play brings up 2nd and 12.
You know, Peyton, I've been hearing a lot of this Brady to Pratt name. I think somebody really needs to pick him up and block him, as it seems as he's flying in from either a corner or safety position. I'll have to look closer on this next play, but like you say, the intensity really needs to change right now, as we really need to make sure that we keep it going. As once again right there, we can't fulfill assignments, and it shows, you know. That's just one thing we're going to really have to work on the rest of the game. We're going to have to fulfill assignments, play hard, keep the intensity up.
Once again, Brady to Pratt there to make the stop. They snuffed out the counter pretty well. Timeout PBL. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with some more IHSA football for you.
We're back as Weber's in the gun here to start this off. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. And probably a good decision there by Weston Weber to just tuck that, get where he can, and throw that ball out of bounds as he had no receivers open downfield.
Schroep back to punt. Look for the Panthers to punt away from Aaron Waller here, which I think would be a smart decision after he ran one back. And they do. Nice punt by Schroep. Ball's going to roll in to about the 34-yard line.
Good punt there by Schroep, you know, kicking away from Walls, as we had Zach Wise and Martin Trent Wooten, and I believe one other Panther in pursuit of that football there. Is probably not, I mean, high school football, probably not as deep as a punt as you'd like to see. This St. Joe offense has been quite productive. But, you know, it's always good to pin someone back in their own territory. See if our defense can get a little fire under their grill here and get a good stop, possibly good field position as we go toward the end of the half here.
Yes, Jay. Minute 56 left to play in the second quarter. We need a big stop from the defense right here going into the second half. Walsh back to pass. He has plenty of time. He's going to be sacked from behind by Trent Wooten. Good start to a defensive drive for the Panthers. Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12 for the Spartans. Hedrick on the carry. Brought down by number 58, Nick Heisler. Third and 12 for the Spartans. Hedrick on the carry.
Nick Heisler made the tackle, number 58. 4th and 4, the 41-yard line.
brought down by that familiar name, Nick Heisler. Brings up 4th and 4 for the Spartans. And it looks like they're going to let this second quarter clock run out as we head to the second half with a score of the St. Joseph Spartans 14-0, PBL Panthers
Timeout Spartans.
0.
6 seconds left in the first half.
Excuse me. St. Joe 14, PBL 0. And we'll take a timeout here with 5.9 seconds left to play
Once again,
in the second quarter.
the announcement tomorrow night. Follow the pairings.
We're about to resume play as Walsh gets the play and gives it to his huddle here before they break out to run one final play in the first half. He walks up to the line with his team. See how this plays out.
Hands off to Hedrick.
Good pursuit by the Panther defense there, as it almost seemed as if the St. Joseph-Ogden line maybe let up a little bit, as they didn't think much would happen, and Spartans are stopped short of the first down as the Panthers will take over, as they'll run one final play with under 1 second on the clock at 0.4. Like Peyton said earlier, 14-0 St. Joseph Spartans here. I want to thank all the viewers we have tuning in this evening. I have knowledge of Mr. Shields all the way from Arizona, and as well as some other people back home around the Buckley area. I want to give a shout out to them. Once again, thanks for all the support on our first year of this IHSA TV. As Weber to run one final play.
Hands it off to Houtzel.
Houtzel gets the ball. Runs over one tackler, something we've seen that's been a reoccurring thing. As time will expire and the first half's over, as St. Joe goes in leading 14-0. Once again, you're watching high school football SVC conference play on ihsa.tv/PBL.
tough start for the Panthers at the beginning of the third quarter.
You know, Peyton, something you definitely never want to see to start off the second half is Panthers maybe didn't tackle all their assignments there, as looked at like the running back or the kick return man just made a decent play, stiff-armed a guy to gain a couple more extra yards after contact. But either way, St. Joe's in very good field position for as productive of offense as they've been.
A strong run by Austin Hedrick. Sweep to the left, brought down by Nick Heisler. Good tackle. Hedrick was on the carry.
I'll tell you what, if there's been one player that's been consistent this evening on the PBL Panther side of the defense, Nick Heisler's been doing a very good job of slanting through that offensive line as he shows his speed as a defensive lineman there and runs down the very quick St. Joseph running back on that pitch there to the left.
Hand off to Hedrick, right at the middle. Brought down by a host of defenders. It's going to bring up. Third and 3 for the Spartans. Jay, what do you say we get a big stop here from the defense?
You know, Peyton, you're right. I mean, it's got to be done. This is definitely a big stop here, big play. Panther defense has shown they can stop them on third downs.
And he's going to be tackled very high by Drew Schroet.
It's going to be shows that they've played really well on third downs this year, as I believe it was a couple weeks ago, and Gibson City came into town. We had about 9 or 10 third down stops. We definitely like to see that type of intensity here from the Panthers in the second half, as we really, like you said, we need to keep up the intensity. Peyton, a 14-point deficit, that's an achievable deficit to overcome.
Oh, yeah, Jay, there's no doubt about that. This is a huge play in the game right here. Hand off to Hedrick right up the middle. He may not have it. Brought down by Jake Stevenson, Nick Heisler, and Trent Wooten. And I'll tell you what, Jay, he is dropped short of a first down. Big momentum swinger at the very beginning of the second half. The Panther offense, Jay, has to score. And I mean, I really want to see score, but hold your britches just for a couple seconds here. We're gonna see the chains come out for a measurement.
You know, Peyton, I don't know if this is as much as referees measuring as if it is St. Joe not accepting defeat. I mean, St. Joe's definitely played very well this game and have 14 points to show for it, but PBL Panther defense was just more determined than they were right there and stopped them, you know. But anyway, we'll take a look for a measure.
And St. Joe will not have enough. Turnover on downs. PBL football. Great stand by the defense, Jay.
Peyton, you're exactly right. Now, like you said just prior to this last drive, Panther offense now needs to do a good job of executing blocks and just having a long, methodical drive, preferably ending in the end zone.
We need to score here quick and fast. Hand off to Houtzel right up the middle. He has some room to run. Gets down to about the 39-yard line. Very close to a first down. Gain of 8 on the play.
You know, that's the things that we saw from our offensive line and Jesse Houtzel early in the season. You know, Jesse Houtzel, as we've seen, Peyton, he doesn't need much. He needs a little bit of a hole to get through, and once he gets to that second level, he gets tougher and tougher for teams to tackle.
The horse Jesse is very tough to bring down, as he has shown us all season long. Weber, pitch to the outside to Schroet. He slips, falls. Going to be a loss on the play. Brings up 3rd and 3 as the Spartan crowd ignites.
You know, we're going to see if the Panthers can show a little bit of toughness on the other side of the ball, as they made a good third down stand there, and now we're going to see if they can execute, have a little determination to beat the man across from him here and get that first down to keep this drive alive.
And off to Houtzel. He keeps going, and it's going to be very close. Scratch that. Not very close. It's going to be enough for a Panther first down.
Good job right there. You know, probably not the explosive run a football fan would like to see, but, hey, it's enough for that first down to keep this drive going, as the Panthers really need to capitalize and score here like we've been saying.
Looks like number 60, Jordan Hartman, was a little too anxious there as he jumped.
Flags on the field. Offsides on the defense.
It's going to be offsides on the Spartans.
5-yard penalty.
You know, Peyton, I'm not sure if that's Coach Niebuhr calling that or if that's just the football player in Weston Weber, you know, calling that hard count there. It seemed as if he tried to get the St. Joseph defense to jump offsides there, and he was successful. Good job by the offensive line to stay disciplined and not jump for the Panthers as well.
Exactly, Jay. That's just what we needed. Weber, fumble on the play. Maybe lost it on the footwork when he was trying to hand it off there. Looked like the quick trap. Didn't work out for the Panthers. Lost a 4 on the play. 2nd and 9. Kind of not a huge loss, but from where we were at, maybe yes, maybe no.
Right, you definitely need a good play here. I'm not trying to make excuses, and I'm not on the field, but we saw Schroet slip and fall earlier, and now Weber fumbles the ball. Maybe moisture becoming a bit of a problem out there on the field this evening.
Third down, 10 yards to go.
See if the Panthers might look to go to the air as they did last week. Did a fairly good job of it as Weston Weber threw for 175 yards and 2 touchdowns. Probably could have completed a few more. But anyway, we'll pick up on this game, see if he can complete one here.
Webb calls his own number. Brought down by Austin Upton. Ball on the 47-yard line, 4th and 6. Drew Schroet back to punt. It's a little wobbly. Near the 30-yard line. That'll set up 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ball on the 27-yard line. We're going to take a real short break. You're watching Panther Football on HSA TV. Walsh takes a snap. Screen out to the side to Ackland. Weber forces him out of bounds. Ball on the 38-yard line. There's a flag on the field. Looks to be on St. Joe. False start on the Spartans. It'll be a 5-yard walk-off. 1st and 15 for the Spartans.
Hedrick, the ball carrier.
Hedrick on the carry.
4-yard pickup, second down, 11.
4-yard pickup. 2nd and 11 for the Spartans. Second and 11 for St. Joe. Sweep to the left side. Hedrick on the carry finds a hole. Brought down by Trent Wooten and Will McClure.
Hedrick, the ball carrier. Will McClure made the stop. 6-yard gain, third down.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Do or
Brings
die
up
time
third
for the
and 5.
Panthers. Do or die time for the Panthers here, as we saw a good third down stand earlier. Let's see if we can put that on repeat here, as we really need a good stop to possibly put us in good field position for a score to stay in this game.
Walsh takes the snap. He's under pressure. Wooten's going to bring him down for a sack.
Welcome, Wolf. Sack in the backfield.
I tell you what, Jay.
Trent Wooten.
Trent Wooten, the speed demon he is, has that ability to run down the quarterback, the receiver, anybody out there trying to get the first down. Great stop by the Panthers. Looks like St. Joe's going to punt, and Talon Yaden will come back to receive it. Not the usual, as we usually see, Josh Hopkins coming out. But he has been nicked up the last few weeks. So I don't see a reason why we shouldn't give him a short break.
You're right, Peyton. Josh Hopkins played with a couple injuries in the prior weeks. As Talon Yaden catches the ball and falls down, good thing he held on to it, as that would have been bad, as St. Joe had a swarm of people ready to pick it up there if he dropped it. Either way, Panthers will take over. And like we said earlier, a stop they definitely need. And, you know, like we've been saying, it's all about execution and who's going to play harder, as the Panthers really need a score here.
It's crunch time, Jay. It's the end of the season, and it all comes down to this game. You're in or you're out. This drive could solidify what happens the rest of this football season. Weber in gun formation, as he has been many times tonight. He's back to pass. We haven't seen him pass much. Picked off by Lewis Ackland. Brought down by Trent Wooten at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, St. Joe.
Spartans take over on the interception by Lewis Ackland, as he did a very good job of ball hawking there and looked as if he read Weston Weber's eyes. Spartans will take over, pitch to the
Hedrick
outside.
has some room to run.
No, you're good.
For all you baseball fans out there, NLCS Game 5, Cardinals-Giants. Giants lead in the bottom of the 4th, 4-0.
1-yard gain, second down, 9.
And around the Sangamon Valley tonight, Watseka playing Iroquois West. At halftime, we have a score of 6-0. At St. Thomas More tonight, the Rantoul Eagles traveled up to Champaign to take on the Sabres. And the Sabres lead at 34-0. Kankakee area rivalry. Clifton Central leads it 15-13 over Moments at halftime. Sweep to Hedrick. He has some room to run. He's going to scamper into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. And with a minute 39 left to play in the third quarter, the St. Joseph Spartans lead the PBL Panthers 21-0. And Jordan Hartman to kick off for the Spartans. And it's a low line drive to Trent Wooten. He brings it out. Has little room to run. Gets out to about the 31-yard line. That's where the Panthers will start to try to creep their way back into this game, cut into that 21-point lead up there on the scoreboard.
Peyton, quite a big deficit to overcome here. This Panthers will take over, like you said. I mean, like we've been repeating over and over again, it's do or die time, you know. Win, you're in. Lose, you're out. I think it's time to see what people are made of here and see if the Panther offense has got a little motivation to execute their blocks and get in the end zone, as we need to do it pretty quick.
Handoff around the left side. No handoff there. I apologize. Weber on the keeper. Weber, the keeper again, calls his own number, has some room to run around that right side, down at the 50. Flag on the play. Looks like holding on the Panthers. As it is. rounding out the third quarter here with 25 seconds to play. Man in motion. Hand off to Wooten. He has some room to run around the left side. And that's quickly filled by the St. Joseph Spartans defense.
Fourth quarter to begin here as Weber's rallied the troops, takes a snap. Drops back to pass, but avoids a tackler there as he stays on his feet and scrambles for a decent gain. Looks to be about 2nd and 5 here for the Panthers.
Seeing a little shaking and baking from Weston Weber right there.
4th and 5, sorry, correction. Yeah, you're right, Peyton. You know, that's just a little bit of a football player making a play as he moves around in the pocket a little bit and sheds a very quick defender. You know, that's something we might need to see from Weber more often, as we've seen him take quite a few hits.
4th and 4 for the Panthers. Looks like a little punt. Schroep. He fakes it. Maybe just enough. Very close. We may need the chains to come out here. Official timeout for a measurement.
The chain gang here at St. Joseph this evening's got quite a bit of a workout as they've had to run all the way across the field a couple times to measure here. You don't see that very often in high school football games. I'm sure they're just loving every minute of it.
Without a doubt, Jay. Every time they get a run out to take a measurement, reinvigorates their love for the chain gang. And, well, I'll tell you what, the fake punt turns out to work for a 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Very gutsy call from the man over there, Mr. Niebuhr and Mr. Graham. You know, that might be a little bit of a learning experience as we've had that play run on us a couple times. 4th down, it's not a very easy play to stop, especially when you got a person like Drew Schroet with such good acceleration. You know, he gets going, and he's running at you, and you don't have much speed. You know, that's a tough person to tackle.
The threat he is, I mean, you could honestly, with him back there punting, you could do anything you wanted, really.
Looks like the Panthers have put on the hurry-up offense wristbands.
Ball loose. Nice little scrum. Looks like a rugby match out there for the football. Looks like a Schroed stole it from the St. Joe defenders. As there was 3 there, and there was one of Drew. Guts and glory.
Panthers in desperate need of a score as Weber rallies the troops. Under center, snap, give to Hautzel. Stopped at the line by Hesterberg. Good pursuit by the St. Joseph defender and senior football player for this St. Joseph-Ogden club. And Hesterberg, as he's been a very vital key to their success. I mean, just a hard-nosed football player all around, a hard-nosed athlete in general, Peyton. I mean, very tough to block, very tough to tackle. I think he ran a little bit of quarterback last year. It seems as Walsh has taken over that position. A little bit of a younger person with just as much talent. Maybe, hopefully, keep this Spartans program running smooth.
Delay of game on the Panthers brings up 2nd and 15.
You know, Peyton, I'm
For
a
PBL.
little confused. Maybe you can elaborate on this subject a little bit. Panthers seem to be running the hurry-up offense fairly well as we speak, but it's just very puzzling how we get a delay of game on a hurry-up offense. I don't know what happened there, if maybe a miscommunication of the play, but anyway, Weber drops back to pass.
As a man
Completes the pass to Trent Wooten near the far sideline. Very close to a first down. Peyton, that's been a vital connection this year in the Panther passing game as Weber's found Wooten for probably more than half of his passes. Wooten and Schroed. I know Weisenbarn caught a touchdown last week, but anyway, like we saw last week, the passing game kind of elevated a little bit, looked a lot better, and I think that's definitely something that needs to come out here as we are now under 9 minutes in the game.
3rd and 1 for the Panthers.
They check their wristbands to get the play.
Weber decided to call his own number there. It's going to be enough for a Panther first down. Ball on the 39-yard line with 8:15 left to play in this game. Well, Jay, 21 points is not insurpassable, but right now it's looking very glum.
You know, you're right, Peyton. That deficit is tough to overcome at any point in the game, but definitely as late as we are here. But the Panthers have shown a little bit of determination here in the late going as they've marched down the field a fairly good amount as they've been switched to this hurry-up offense and in light of this 21-point deficit. And they'll continue to hurry up.
Weber rolls back to pass. He's under pressure, and he slips and falls. Ball will be set on the 45-yard line. Ran down by number 10, Corbin Hesterberg.
Peyton, I don't know
And
if you
Jake
can.
Ron.
Peyton, I don't know if you can elaborate a little bit on this subject here, but as you being the quarterback for this freshman Panther club that had a very good season, in a situation like that in a hurry-up offense late in the game when you need to score as Weber took a sack there, would it be a better idea to maybe possibly get rid of that ball and throw an incomplete pass that would stop the clock as compared to taking a sack where the clock continues to run in St. Joseph's favor?
Yeah, Jay, the thing is there, you know, and I can honestly say I probably would not have thrown it just because it's that you're caught up in the heat of the moment and you're like, oh yeah, I probably should have thrown it there, and you didn't. You know, just a brain fart happens all the time. Yes, probably should have thrown it, but you know what, he didn't. Weber back to pass. He gets rid of it. Schroed has some room to run down to the 35-yard line. Little past it.
Pass complete from Weber to Schroed.
Right there, a good play action as a couple of the St. Joseph outside defenders bit on that fake a little bit, and Schroed ran a good route over the middle. Weber made a good read, placed a perfect ball as the Panthers will quickly get a number on the wristband, read it quick, and get to the line. 4th and 5, Peyton, do or die possibly right here for the Panthers. We're going to see how much determination they can show against this stellar St. Joseph-Ogden defense.
Webb in the gun, fakes the handoff. See Schroed, has room to run down to the 20.
He's inside the 20 at the 17.
He gets inside the red zone, preferably the 18-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play. 1st and 10 for the Panthers with 5:40 left to play in the game.
Right there, Drew Schroed did a great job of finishing that run. Lewis Ackland, the St. Joseph senior defender there, pursued Schroed and had a good angle on him, but it almost seemed as if Ackland had assumed that Schroed was going to pull up and maybe not come at him. But Schroed put his head down and ran him over as Trey Pound catches a pass from Weston Weber. You know, Peyton, in a run-based offense like this where a tight end is blocking quite a bit, you'd like to see a lot more plays like that involve Trey Pound via the pass.
Schroed, the ball carrier. Pratt,
Brought down by the familiar name of Brady DePratt. We've heard his name all night long. And as we look here at the program, he is only a junior J. We'll have to come back and face him again next year.
Peyton, he's been a tough man to block this evening. It seems as like you mentioned, we had seen a lot of his name. Wooten in motion. Weber fakes the handoff and keeps. You know, Peyton, it seems as if the Panther coaches have instilled a lot more of an offensive read play from the shotgun as Weber has been riding out fakes, possibly making a decision based off of defensive ends crashing in. Anything to elaborate on that subject?
A little sweep. And he rambles on into the end zone. Touchdown, PBL. As we cut the lead down.
You know, you see a lot of cheering on the Panther side. It's just fans are happy to see him in the end zone, but it is all business on the field, folks, as the Panthers are still 2 scores down and really need to punch this one in. Possibly a 2-point conversion maybe to cut this deficit even more. Peyton probably going to expect the familiar onside kick here. As maybe your brother, as last week lit up a moment's defender. Maybe we get to see some of that action again.
Maybe we will. Now, I don't know what happened, Jay, on that last field goal attempt. I can't really explain. I'm kind of lost for
Almost
words.
looked as if maybe Jonah might have kicked a little bit too much of the block. You know, possibly a bad hold, possibly error by the kicker. You know, we won't know. Either way, you know, Jonah Wilson's definitely frustrated this evening, and we know that he's better, and he knows that he's better as well. And we saw a kick in the first quarter that was wide left from about 40 yards out. You know, Jonah Wilson's definitely got potential, and some people don't realize that because we don't look to kick field goals that often, which no one really does in high school football. But I just feel kind of bad for Jonah, as this is probably not the season-ending game he would like to go out on. But hey, sophomore, a lot of time left, a lot more accomplishments to come. Definitely a bright future for him, as well as the Panther football team.
Yes, no doubt about that, Jay. Just maybe not the night you wanted to have going into the game, but I mean, sometimes you have those nights where you just don't have it. And, maybe tonight's the night. Although Jonah's had a strong season, kicking the ball, breaking the record with a 37-yard field goal attempt against the Effingham Flaming Hearts, as we had mentioned earlier this evening. Now, I know this game was not on IHSA TV. Earlier this week against Moments in the JV game, we onside kicked it, and it was a beautiful onside kick by Jonah Wilson. We're going to need one of those right here. It's up in the air. It has enough time. Will McClure picks it up, but I don't believe it was 10 yards.
Onside kick by the Panthers.
And there's some talk on the field. Unsure. The St. Joe fans are saying it did not go 10, but there's some still discussion, maybe some things up in the air right now.
Peyton,
Jay?
just a pure judgmental call by the referees here, as in high school football. You definitely don't have any replay monitors. Not from the press box. It looked like the ball went 10 yards. The question is, where did the familiar linebacker Will McClure pick it up? It almost looked as if he touched it right as it was going over the line. Seems as if the referees may give the Panthers the ball here.
I don't believe it, Jay. I believe the guy in the white hat just signaled a first down for PBL, but there is some still discussion. We would like to take a booth review, please. Too bad we don't have that in IHSA football right now. Scratch that. They're signaling a first down for St. Joe. Little unease side of the St. Joe fans as the ref signaled first down for PBL, but that will not happen tonight. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in this game. 21-6, St. Joe leads. Walsh hands it off to Hedrick. Brought down by Timmy Kerr. Wow. I tell you what, Jay, that was a nice hit right there by Tim Kerr.
There's another sophomore on the Panther football team that when you see Timmy Kerr without pads on, you definitely don't expect him to be someone that would really smoke somebody. But I'll tell you what, Peyton, when he is in the zone and he is focused, he is a very, very good defensive linebacker.
Definitely, Jay. Strong-minded, does a great job at the linebacker position. Look forward to seeing him the next 2 years in Panther football. Walsh, sweep to the right. Hedrick had some room to run. Barrels down to about the 39-yard line.
Unfortunately, lots of hanging heads on the Panther side of the football, as it almost seems as if they've given up. Peyton, my advice right here as a coach would be, I don't care if you're winning by 21 points or losing by 21 points, especially in the last game of the season, you really got to play hard and play determined the whole game. If you're not going to win, you really need to stop St. Joe here. Good defensive drive. Really just need to buckle down, execute, for the last 3 minutes and 53 seconds of this season that they have. Now, comebacks are not out of the way. You know, there have been some very crazy days in sports, as we've seen in prior years in all sports, football, baseball, basketball. It is possible. But like we said, really need to buckle down, be intense, finish plays. I just beat St. Joe right here, one-on-one, man-to-man.
Exactly. 3rd and 1. Something needs to happen. I mean, last year in Game 6 of the NLCS, I don't know, AL World Series, I apologize to all you Cardinal fans out there, as I am one. Alan Craig, not many people recognize this, but Alan Craig in a home run that cut the lead down to 7-5. And I tell you what, he did not get enough credit for that. He kind of started the rally, build up the tension, started making the Rangers wonder, are they going to get back in this game?
And like you said, that role that he played is definitely somewhere that one of the Panther players needs to pick up here, possibly one of the senior leaders in Will McClure, as I know he's definitely going to play hard for the whole game. And I hope to see some teammates of his follow him too.
Hedrick on the carry, brought down by Trent Wooten. It's going to be enough for a St. Joe first down. Hedrick running the ball, brought down by Nick Heisler. Hedrick on the carry. Brought down by the senior Jacob Meyer, one of those guys, well, Jay, you're going to hate to see go. I mean, the seniors that you'll definitely hate to see go. I mean, it's this class, I'll tell you right now, Jay, and I can honestly say this, experiencing practice from the August 8th to this night here, cold October night, St. Joe, Illinois, has, and I guarantee you, there is no one in the area that has worked harder than this group of seniors. And
you know, Peyton, you're right. I don't mean to interrupt you, but as we remember from last year, I hate to bring up last year because I'm one that's over it, and I know our program has preached being over too. Our group of seniors this year has had a tremendous work ethic, tremendous attitude. They came in this season, like you said, from August 8th. They had a new mindset, a new attitude. They were going to do what they had to do. They were going to do it well. They were going to work hard. And first of all, they were, and first and foremost, they were going to get it done. They had a mindset, Peyton, and they set the bar very high. And I really expect our juniors this year, going to be seniors next year, are going to continue to raise that bar and need to continue to raise that bar for the PBL Panther football program to be as successful as it has been in the past.
yeah, Jay, I mean, I'll just, and I mean, I can really say, like I said before, no one has worked harder. I mean, and I'm sure Coach Graham really appreciates what they have done this season. And, I mean, the one goal they coming into this season was one goal and one goal only. One, to make the playoffs. That was it. All they ever want to do is make the playoffs. Their freshman year, they went 7-1. Their sophomore year, same result. They come out their junior year and go 2-7. Not the most how do I put it this way? Not your typical storybook ending to a season you hope to have. losing to St. Joe on the road, 21-6, and I hate to see it happen. I mean, they started out 3-0 this season, Jay, for the first time, I believe, since 2002, when PBL started out 3-0 and ended up going 5-0 and ending the season at 7-2.
Austin Hendrick, the ball carrier.
But I will say this, and one thing that has come out of this season. I'm going to call this season a program builder. You go 4-5. That's not a bad year. A 4-5 year is not a bad year. Shoot, you were one win away from making the playoffs, and you were there. I mean, you were there at the end of the season. You had your chances. It just didn't go our way. Weber back to pass, has over the head of Trey Pound, brings up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
Minute 30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. As Peyton just said, Weber's pass incomplete.
Minute 29 left in the game.
Very sad sight here as Weber walks to the line, maybe for the last few times here in this season of Panther football. But this does present opportunities as we can finish out this game strong, play hard. As the ball's fumbled, and the referee signal that St. Joseph takes over on the turnover.
It'll be St. Joseph football. For some seniors, that is the last time they'll walk off the field. And that's just one of those things you hate to see, because you never again do you get to touch the field, touch the turf, put on the pads on a Friday night, and go out there and just fly around and hit people.
Right. You know, Peyton, we've talking a lot about the negatives here as Walsh takes a knee to begin the clock. Talked about lots of the negatives and the things that seniors will miss, but at the same time, I feel that this group of seniors and everybody on the PBL Panther football team, they've had a good time this year. You know, that's one of the most important things. You know, we preach having fun. I know the sport means a lot more to some people than just having fun. But like we said, program builder. We saw a lot of positive things this year. A lot of people playing hard for Coach Graham. A lot of people playing hard for each other. I know as a fact, I didn't play football this year, but I know you did, and the reoccurring theme was for one another, you know. Everybody was playing for everyone else. They weren't playing for themselves. And that's definitely a good thing when it comes to building the team up. So at the same time, it's sad to see the seniors leave, which is very sad. But lots of good things have came out from the examples that they have set. Walsh took another knee there as clock winds down from 25 seconds. 21-6 here in the fourth quarter. One final time.
We're back here in St. Joseph-Ogden, here on senior night. Well, the Panthers did not get off to a good start. Got down 21-0, ended up scoring at the end of the third quarter, cutting the lead 21-6. And it was actually at the end of the fourth quarter. I apologize. Well, Jay, not your typical storybook ending. Starting out 3-0, going to 4-1, losing the last 4 games this season to drop 4-5, and not making the playoffs.
Well, you're right, Peyton. Like you said, the record definitely, I think, doesn't show the amount of progress that this Panther football program has made this year. Like we said, everyone's very sad for the seniors, and I myself am sad for the seniors because I'm friends with lots of them on the football team, and it's always very sad to play your last football game. But at the same time, I think that Coach Graham and the examples they've set for their teammates, I think this senior class will be set off in a really, really good way as being one of the senior classes that possibly turn this program around from prior years and prior classes.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Jay. A great season by the Panthers. They never gave up in any of the games they played. They really gave it all they had for Coach Graham, for the community. Really a positive start for the Panther program to getting back on track.
You know, Peyton, that is a very good point. Like we always say, it's tough for these seniors as you saw walking through that final line, shaking hands there, lots of hanging heads. But, you know, like we've repeated over and over again, this will be a very good class that'll be sent out with their heads held high. Like we said, like you said, program builder, this is the type of year that was. And these seniors came in with the attitude and the mindset of they were going to turn things around because they were not going to have another 2-7 season. They were determined, and they were going to make sure that everyone around them was determined, and that's exactly what they did. And I just feel like the record doesn't show the amount of progress that this team has made, and especially the seniors, the seniors contributing to this rebuilding effort.
You know, Jay, speaking about the seniors, you know, some of those guys, some seniors out there like Weisenbarn had never come out and played football before, and well, what a heck of a season they had. I mean, I don't know if you want to spend some time talking about the seniors real quick. But I will just say, first and foremost, what a great season by the Panthers. A lot of things you can look back on. We beat Gibson City. I know a lot of people, a lot of seniors would say that as definitely their favorite memory. Definitely in the big rivalry game, coming out and beating the Effingham Flaming Hearts, a 5A high school football team that had an all-stater on that team, beating a Sangamon Valley Conference rival in Iroquois West, and coming out and getting a little revenge in the opener against EPG, revenging that 56-6 loss last year.
You know, Peyton, you couldn't have put it any better. Panthers had a great season, and I feel like they shouldn't really hang their heads from a season that happened last year in 2-7. They made tremendous progress, and I think we should just leave it at that, Probably not your storybook ending to the season, but I'd like to bid you farewell for this evening for the last time. As Peyton, I'll let you close the deal.
And, 4-5 on the year. We'll see you next season for football. I'm Peyton McClure, and my partner was Jay Eshelman. Thank you very much for your patience with us. Hope you have a great winter. Goodbye.